We're live from the Contractors Edge booth at the NFRA Annual Conference, sponsored by Foundation Rescue Supply. Very excited to have Jen Zamzow in from Contractor Accelerator. Can't wait to start kind of diving into the details that you have for us, because I know that you guys are in a constant state of evolution. I'm seeing these live videos on a consistent basis now, so you've got to let us know what's going on.
Yeah, so the software's been around since 2015, so we're not new to this game.
Right.
We're not new to this industry, but with the evolution of software, obviously there's always an update. There's always something that a customer's asking for. And one of the things that we love about the way that our system functions is that our owner is our head developer.
Yes.
So we really do take the feedback that our customers give us to heart, and we've been working on stuff for at least 5 or 6 years, planning in the background, and now it's all linked together. So we're kind of like pushing new things every couple of weeks right now.
Oh, I've noticed. Yeah, I know. I'm getting the emails with.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's great. Great.
But it's partially because we don't want to overwhelm our customers.
Sure.
Because we don't want them to come in on Monday morning and be like, I don't know where my stuff is. Yeah. But it's really to get that, you win by having speed and having a good customer experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's always kind of been what we want to deliver to our contractors. And this is just the next step of that evolution.
Yeah.
It's making things faster, easier to navigate, and it's opening the doors for some of the things that we have planned in the future. So we're really excited.
Yeah.
One of the things that I like about a good CRM platform or that tech stack that's customer solution focused is when you can take a lot of it out of the hands of the contractor, out of the hands of that one person who's sitting behind a desk who hasn't had their coffee in the morning yet. And it's like, I don't want to make that call quite yet. I don't want to respond to this quite yet. So you're talking about, response time features, the things that the system can kind of do for you or help usher to the good experience.
100%. So we've always had the communication between the contractor and the customer built into the system.
Right.
As far as some automations, when you finalize that bid, it auto sends it.
Right.
But what we've updated here over the last year is the customer being able to have that access as well. So we recently launched a customer portal.
I saw
so how many phone calls do our contractors? When's my appointment?
Yes.
Where are we at with this? Do you have can you resend my invoice? All those things that make it difficult for the customer to do what they need to do are now living inside this one location.
That's great.
So even if they find an email about an appointment, they're still going to be able to access their invoice or whatever from that customer portal as well. So we recently, as recently as last week, we even changed the process there. If they're using our payment system that's built into the system, as soon as that homeowner accepts the bid, we prompt them to make their first payment. And they can do it right away. So they accept the bid, the invoice gets generated, and then it's like, go ahead and pay us.
Wow. So you're doing a lot of these things on behalf of the contractor, really, and that's what we talk about, what are ways that we can improve efficiency, accountability, transparency, experience. And a lot of what you're doing is taking those controls or even things where it's kind of lacking on the day-to-day, because the contractors, and I know you guys work with contractors that are as small as, a chuck in a truck all the way up to, millions in revenue at multiple locations. So it's exciting to see that you're constantly evolving and improving, the support that you provide those contractors. And I could see that portal. It's so easy because you think about medical, right? We're scheduling medical and you think about all these things. Well, we're using that regardless of age now. That technology seems to be easier to use. So now you're just making it a better user experience. That's exciting for me.
Yeah. Well, we have several customers here, of course, today.
Oh yeah.
And I was standing there talking to one of them, and he was like, "Oh, I really love the new update." In fact, and he pulls out his phone, and he's like, "We had one accepted this morning at 9 o'clock, and they paid us by 10:05 or whatever."
Oh my God.
And I was like, I need to pass this on to Amanda and the team. They're going to be so excited to hear you guys are loving
testimonial.
it. So,
yes. No, that's fantastic. And I know it's exciting too, because you go even beyond. I don't know, here, National Foundation Repair Association, we're talking about foundation repair, but you guys help businesses well outside of this. Can you talk a little bit about the industries that you guys serve?
Sure. So we started here in foundation repair. One of our co-owners is a structural engineer. So that's really where we were born and bred.
Makes sense.
We have a soft spot in our heart for that. But we absolutely can support any residential service. So we work with a ton of fence companies. We work with handyman. We work with renovators, painters. We can really support all of those groups for sure.
That's awesome. Well, can you get a little granular for us on the ways that, maybe some new things that you've rolled out recently that you're excited to discuss in detail?
Yeah. Coming soon. Hot take here, guys.
Uh-oh.
Hot take.
We're getting it.
We are launching a brand new dashboard feature at the end of July. Amanda, don't kill me if I said that date. I think the end of July is the date we're looking at. But I think one of the things that tends to be lacking in a lot of the SaaS products that are available right now is reporting. And it's, you guys know.
You know us.
You know you.
Give us the analytics. Give us the data. Make it easy.
Yes. 100%. So, we've always had the capability of building custom reports for our customers. Whatever data they need, we can pull out for them. But you have to go and pull the report when you want to see it. And it has to be accurate and it has to be the right information. So one of the things that we're getting ready to launch for our customers is a full-blown dashboard system. So when they first log in, if they're an installer, different numbers matter than if they're a salesperson, than if they're an owner. Obviously, you want to see your tasks, your calendar, all those things, so you can kind of like customize what that dashboard is going to look like and the data that you're going to be able to.
Okay, that's my favorite update already.
I was going to say the same thing.
I know.
That visibility, ease of access, transparency, and then having it available for different people, depending on what their responsibilities are. They want to see different things.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. The way that you continue to evolve this, the CRM is the heart of all of these businesses. And we talk about that all the time. And, for our foundation repair clients, specifically, they live in this. And we, on the agency side, live in their CRM as well. So, navigating yours is easy. It's easy to find what we're looking for, create these reports, export the information. And, I know that we've even come a few times from client requests, and you guys have made these modifications. So I commend you for that.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
It's one of those things with CRMs, and it's funny because believe it or not, there's still like $1 million companies out there that aren't running CRMs. That's not getting like systems or structure in their business that is provided by this type of system. And like one of my favorite parts about like what you guys do is the simplicity of, like Mike said earlier, you can work with somebody who's just kind of getting into this, and you can support people who are large scale. And so you're kind of ushering people to that scalability. So I always tell people if they're looking for a CRM and they're in the foundation repair industry, especially, that if they're in that early part of their journey or like in the later stages of the company, like just having a good CRM, and especially one that's focused on this industry, is the best thing you can do.
Well, and I think there's such a push right now, specifically in foundation repair. You're seeing a lot of people move on to the next phase of their life, with retirement or selling. There's a lot of that happening right now. And that reporting piece becomes really pivotal.
Pivotal.
I promise I've only had coffee today.
Can we get a check on that there?
It becomes pivotal to those conversations and making those deals, because now you have all of this historical information about, hey, how many of this type of job are you winning? How many are you losing? Why? What decisions can we make based on that information? The marketing choices, obviously, what sources are better? Which products are we selling more of? How do we need to maybe present those differently so we can win more? All of that data is now available to them to be able to not only pull and look at, but then make decisions based on that. And then succession planning too.
You don't realize how valuable that data is until you need that data. When somebody asks you that question,
I know.
Like, imagine you just have that dashboard. It's like, oh yeah, I have it right here. Right? It's one of those, especially when you're trying to scale your business, if you don't get good information out of your systems, you're not going to make good decisions.
And now I will shout out here a little bit though. We can only pull the information that you put in.
Exactly.
Right? And I think that's one of the funniest things that happen is that people call and they're like, hey, I need to know X, Y, Z, and ABC. And I'm like, oh yeah, we can totally do that. Let's go pull this report. And I'm like, oh, you haven't been filling that field in.
Oh yeah.
So,
if
you're watching, fill in all the fields.
Yes. And I'm going to say, I lived through, a company that I worked for exiting to private equity. And it was very difficult because what we were using was really a modified CRM. Our data wasn't there. It was multiple reports. And it was very difficult because the firm was looking for some specific information. And we actually had to work for a very long time as a team to pull this together and put it in a format, where if we were using a CRM that was intended for, the foundation repair industry, it would have made it a lot easier. So
100%.
Yeah, it would have been nice. So, I'm would you be able to share, some details as far as like what's the onboarding process like time frame? If someone were to come to your platform from no CRM or another CRM, how long does this take? What kind of training and support do you guys do?
Data integration too, so transferring from one system to another.
Absolutely. So, I think 3 years ago we sat down in a room with a whiteboard and a lot of coffee. We were like, okay, why is this so hard? And it's because our customers are busy.
Yes.
Everybody's busy, but our customers aren't sitting at a desk, right? So sitting it down and taking the time to input every product and it's a lot and it's hard. It's hard. So we spent a ton of time trying to figure out how do we make this easier? We're on a really, really lean team. And one of the people that we consider very valuable on our team is our UX UI designer. He has a psychology degree in making things easy for them to click, right?
That's nice.
And knowing exactly where, this is going to make sense to the end user. So I appreciate that you guys said the software is easy because simple is actually a huge compliment to us. We want to keep it simple. So when somebody gets started with us, they get 2 weeks for free.
Okay.
They can jump in, they can click around. We give them some sample information so that they can actually go in and make a bid on their own and see what that's going to look like. Sure. The price won't be right.
Right through the process.
You get the idea. Yeah. And then we have implemented what we call our setup wizard. And so the setup wizard is essentially, it's asking them questions. What is your website? Great, thanks. We're going to grab your logo and your colors for you. You don't even have to worry about uploading that. What services do you provide? They can answer all these questions and it's filling in some of that detail for them on the back end.
Oh, that's great.
And it gets them a little bit of the ways there. They meet with me and Dee Dee is new with us as of March and she's been fabulous to work with as well. We are very hands-on because it does us no good if our people aren't successful. We want you to get set up. We want you to be successful.
Don't do it right.
Yeah, exactly. So I always tell customers, yes, we have a help center. We have online resources. We have an AI response system that if you put in a support ticket, it's going to send you. I'm reading every one of those to make sure that you still got the right information and that you got your problem solved.
That's great.
We answer the phone when people call. It does us no good if you're frustrated and you hate us.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because, coming to events like this, I see people and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't talked to you in over a year. Yeah. How are you? You're still on the software, right? Like, I haven't even heard from you. And they're like, yeah, no, we're good. We talked to them so much at the beginning and then they're off to the races and doing
familiar with pulling up out of the software in your stack. Like it shouldn't be a constant worry or concern or topic.
Yeah.
True. It's just working.
Yeah.
That's very true.
And so I feel like I've kind of dodged your question a little bit. So I want to go back to it. How long does it take?
Yeah. How big's your team? How familiar are you?
How many products are you doing?
Are you tech?
We really have tried to put the tools in place to make it quick and easy. But the fact of the matter is, if you're organized and you have a product list, that takes 3 seconds to import.
Nice.
If you would like to go through and revamp all your pricing, that's going to take longer because you have to revamp all your pricing, right? Yeah. If you have a contract you can paste in, great, you're done. That's as simple as pasting it in. But if you're going to rework your contract, that's going to take more time.
Yeah.
We had a fence customer who was up and running, fully set up within 2 hours.
Oh my God.
He sat down on the phone for 2 hours with his whole team and did it.
That's impressive.
Yeah. We have other people who are 6 months in and they're like, I just haven't had time. And I'm like, okay, well, you let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
So it's a hard question to answer, but we really have tried to make it easy.
So I just want to point this out because it actually is an analogy that one of our other guests brought up earlier. It's like the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago, right? It's like the best time to build those systems and to get your product and service inventory and do all of that is the early stages of your business.
Yeah.
The longer you've been in operation, the harder this is.
It is.
The more onboarding you're going to need to do. So if you don't have something, now is the time to get it.
Well, and I think too, one of the things that we've kind of shifted in the way that we guide people through this process is we used to say, get everything set up and then make the switch, right? Okay. And now we're kind of like, okay, well, let's get this part ready, and then you can start using that part. You can start using the scheduling tool. You can start sending those automated emails. You can start pulling your leads in, and then you can still create bids. It just won't be automated. You can still do these things. It's just not going to be quite as simple. And then you kind of get used to it. And then we're going to have another meeting and we're going to talk through this other half of it. So we've kind of staged it a little bit more so they can really start using it a lot more quickly and getting some of those benefits right away.
Right. That's good. Yeah. I mean, taking it bite-sized rather than eating the elephant whole, it's like, Yeah. No, it makes perfect sense, especially when you're talking about technology and something that's really the heart of, so many of these businesses.
It is.
Well, would you share with our audience how they can get in contact with you, website, any information that you feel is really important?
100%. Yeah. So you can reach out to us at support. Contractor Accelerator on the web, of course, has our phone number, everything else. Just reach out. We're here.
Yeah. And this team is super active on social. So I'm going to say, tune in.
Yes.
You guys are always doing your videos. You're informing your audience, very engaging, which is refreshing to see in this industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks.
We, we're not out in the field using it every day like our customers are. So, I feel like I have a pretty good handle on most of what's happening.
Yeah.
But we really do take that feedback seriously. So being able to actually get on social media and be like, hey, here's what we're doing.
Yeah.
What questions do you have? What feedback do you have? What should we call this? What makes sense to you? We really try and ask for some of that on social. So
I have seen that
engagement back and forth this night.
It's awesome. Well, Jen, thank you so much for taking time to join us.
Thank you guys for having me. This is great. I love what you guys are doing too. This is
Appreciate
a much needed thing in this industry specifically. And I just love that there's some people out there that are really
We love it.
Getting out in front of people and talking about stuff that needs to be talked about. So thank you.
Thank you very much.